companies that seem to be doing fine fall into two camps as I can think about it. One is they're selling to major enterprise, traditional large enterprise that are largely unaffected by any of the stuff going on in the tech world today.
Hmm.
Um, Two, the companies that are unaffected are selling into situations where it's a compliance play. So there are regulatory things that force their customers to have to buy stuff, right?
Yep.
Um, Outside of that, and particularly with companies like ours that are selling to tech companies, it's a very tough climate.
Yeah.
We are seeing, um, companies that had been, growing substantially, actually, um, really struggling to bring in new customers. We are seeing sales cycles quite a bit prolonged, um, right? Because I mean, certainly, some companies have gone to a cost neutral position on software, which is, if we're buying something, we have to get rid of something else, right? And so all of that adds to the sales cycle. Or, now there's a whole nother layer of approval in today's environment because, again, trying to clamp down on spend. So all of the predominant thing we're seeing is an effect on sales cycle.
And will you say the top of the funnel is okay, up, down?
It's down. It's down. Right, because I mean, a number of people know they can't buy anything, so why spend your time googling to find something, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. Is it? We keep, as part of our research practice, kind of use some high intent search data as a proxy for the funnel. It's very rough,
Yeah,
and it's been pretty stable,
yeah,
which is interesting. And I've looked at that as, okay, this has to be a sales cycle issue. But your point makes perfect sense. Like, if you're not going to implement HubSpot, why would you Google HubSpot pricing? Right.
yeah. Now I would absolutely say we're seeing more impact in the bottom of the funnel
Okay.
than we are at the top of funnel, but there is some impact at top of funnel for sure.
And I guess this is kind of a trick question. In 2023, would you rather be a VP of sales or a chief marketing officer?
Well, in 2023, I would rather be a VP of sales. And again, the reason I answer that is because in this climate, um, companies are watching spend, companies are decreasing spend. Um, the first thing that companies decrease spend on is tools. The second thing is marketing programs, right? Because companies try desperately not to remove headcount, right? Headcount is always the last thing where you start tightening the belt. So if I'm the head of marketing, I think an awful lot of what I'm doing, particularly since I've you know been battered enough over 20 years as a CMO to know that nobody believes any of our marketing programs do anything for us, that it's generally viewed as discretionary spend, right? And people have little tolerance for arguments about brand and stuff like that when it's time to tighten spend.
That